Going on? It's G from Steel City RC. I just wanted to do like a recommended upgrades on a Redcat Rampage MT. This truck is my 5th year owning it. I figured I'll give a quick review on the truck and show you guys what I've done to it and what I recommend you do to it to make it reliable. All right, come on, let's take a look at it real quick. Now, I just wanted to show this body. I got actually bought that off of eBay. It was an auction. It's a Ford Raptor body. I like the camo, so I decided to go ahead and go for it. Pretty neat body. I like it. Alright, so enough of that. Just wanted to give you guys a quick look at it. You can fit that's an X-Max body basically on a, you know what I mean? You just drill your holes through. Boom. That's it. I trimmed around there. I gotta trim it a little more, but as you can see, yeah, fits pretty good. Alright, let's take it off, show you guys what I did underneath there. Alright. Now, first things I suggest, man, is get rid of your stock throttle servo. I use a Savix 1210. It's waterproof, lipo capable. That's one of the first things I recommend. Second is the radio system. It may be hard to see down in there, but I put a Futaba radio system down in there. The stock radio is horrible. I didn't like it at all. In fact, you know, another thing I did initially was I just went to a single servo. As you can see, that left side servo is gone. So I just went to a single servo. I have a Helical Hercules down in there. So I just have one servo doing the, you know, steering. Next thing I did that happened to the truck was, I'd say within the first gallon, maybe 2 gallons, the engine lost compression. So I got a Zenoa G320 long block, and I just switched all the parts over from the stock HY engine, is it? Yeah, it's an HY32 in here. I just took the flywheel off of it and the coil and all the covers and everything and put it on here. So that's a Zenoa G320. I ran that for a year like that. And then I eventually, DDM Racing had a sale on ESP race ported head. So I got the head and piston kit for it, put that on here. Along with that, there's a 990 carb on there. Aluminum insulator block DDM makes. I have an angled shred stack. You can find it on DDM's site also. Just tilts the filter up a little bit so you can actually get underneath of it and do some service to it, because that's an HPI Baja filter right there, guys, okay? It is a little close to the pipe, but it's never melted. It's never caused an issue. I'm going to move on to that next. But yeah, the aluminum roll cage, I think, is probably another thing that you guys should think about getting because the plastic one does nothing. One thing I did notice, though, is when you get the aluminum roll cage, I think I'm going to go ahead and, I have another one, but anyways, they break right here. That's why the washers are there. I put the washers there, I bent them, so it gives support to this area, because either chassis flex or something, because I don't roll the truck over and it doesn't really hit the cage much. But anyways, I think chassis flex jumping the truck makes it break right here, because it's just bolted together. The Dune Runner is actually welded. The Redcat Dune Runner is welded there. But anyways, so moving on, I would suggest if you do, you can actually put this pipe on the stock 32 if you wanted. This is from Olamat Engineering down in Australia. One heck of a pipe. Pretty sure he offers it in chrome, but I'm not 100% sure. I love the raw look. I mean, it just has that, you know what I mean? I love that. Now the gloss that you see on there, I'll go over that in a little bit. I'll show you what I use. Okay, now this happened to me over the summer. Now the bolts are a little loose because I was messing with it a little bit, but see the gears right there stripped? So I have he doesn't make it anymore, unfortunately. It's a Stern CNC belt drive in there now. I have a whole new backing, you know, whole new gear plate, that aluminum piece here. I have all this, you know what I mean? It's just another one. I just unbolt it and bolt it back in. Anyways, if you can find it or figure a way to do it, the belt drive is the way to go. The only thing that breaks on me now is this shaft right here on the clutch bell. That breaks. Otherwise, whatever. You gotta have a break point somewhere. All right, next, the aluminum diff covers. Okay, these housings are a necessity, man. Okay, this right here, these, necessity. That's all I can say. Front and rear, put them in there. Okay, when you do that, if you want to, I would suggest doing it. Get the Redcat sells helical gears for this. You want the helical crown, you want the helical pinion to put in here. It makes a world of difference. I have that front and rear helical. Okay. What else did I do? These shocks aren't a necessity, but I tell you, if you jump, they really do help. They're for the Rampage MT Pro. If you have the Pro, well, you already have the shocks. Don't mind the ripped boot. The shock boots, they aren't a necessity, guys. In fact, sometimes they collect water and make your springs rust. So, they're not a necessity. I think that's pretty much it for, you know, the necessities. But one thing that is something that it's not an upgrade that you really should just have anyways, is, I'm going to go ahead and grab it over here. I got an extra one for another RC I'm doing. The Killer RC remote kill switch. Alright, let me open it up here for you. This, you know, I guess you could call it a necessity. It's definitely, people are calling it an upgrade. I call it a necessity. It's just a little, you know, like an electronic device that plugs into your receiver. And then you run this gray wire, and I'll show you here in a second, but you run this gray wire up to your push button, and then your radio, you know, you can turn your RC off with your push button on your radio, or if you lose your radio signal, the voltage goes below the set amount of your receiver pack. All of those different things will make the engine shut off. Because if you're driving this along and say your throttle servo freezes up like it did to me yesterday, and you don't have that remote kill switch and it goes full throttle, starts going wah, and you're like, whoa, what am I gonna do? What do? Chase it around, like run around after it? No, you push the button on your radio and it'll shut it off for you. Or let's say you're in like a wooded area or something and you're running and it loses radio signal. What happens? The truck might run off, who knows? Well, the remote kill switch will shut it off. This will shut it off if you lose radio signal. So yes, it's definitely worth getting, guys. There's the website right there, killerrc.com. This is called the Superbee gas kill switch, as you can see right there. But yeah, go on their website, or even DDM Racing sells these. But this is a must. Okay, there's instructions on how to install it, how to set it up all inside of there, guys. Alright. What else is a necessity, guys? That's pretty much all I can think of. As far as necessities for this truck, because it is pretty reliable once you do those couple things to it. This right here is it's a dirt bike vent valve. Here, I have one right here, in fact. All it is just a one, you can hear it click. Okay, it's a one-way valve. It allows the tank to breathe. Okay, so all I did was just drill the center hole of that cap bigger and then thread a nipple down into it and zip tie that on there. So that allows the tank to be able to breathe. I've noticed I'm about a quarter tank right now. Before I did that, I'd get the quarter tank and the truck would start like almost like losing power. Come over, go and crack the cap, boom, it would start running good again. So, you know, that's a really good upgrade right there. And it costs, you get 10 of these, you know, from eBay for about $8, $10. You know, and then you just, it's simple. Another upgrade I did to it that I suggest doing is, if you can see down in there, is take your engine out of the RC and put it's called an outerwears cover. Basically, it's a material that, just like this, and get one for the pull start too. But it's it's a material just like that. It's like a I don't know, what is that, vinyl mesh or whatever. And it just keeps all the crap from getting sucked up into your flywheel, all those holes up underneath of there. But otherwise, guys, that's pretty much it. The truck's a beast. It's a lot of fun. I have a box of parts that I just saw them a minute ago. I can't remember what I did with them. But I would suggest keeping a box of parts around. What did I do with them? Oh, there they are. But I got a whole box of stuff over here, man. You know, this is just Redcat stuff. You know, bearings, keep extra bearings, wheel bearings, fast eddy wheel bearings, boom, good stuff right there. You know, he sells a kit for the Rampage MT. What else do I have in there? Keep extra CV axles and stuff like that. See, there's a couple CV axles right there. Just keep those on hand. You never know what might happen with them. You know, those are just some stuff I keep on hand. The axles, I keep... Oh, here's the aluminum diff cover I was telling you about. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to build an extra diff cover, or excuse me, an extra diff, and then just, I'll have it. You know what I'm saying? That way if something happens to one of my diffs, which it really doesn't anymore. Trying to find them gears I was telling you guys about. I know I have them in here, but somewhere. But drive cups, stuff. Oh, there's the gear. There they are right there. Okay, now this is what I was trying to explain to you guys earlier. The helical pinion gear, okay? That right there, the 90072H. As long as it has the H, and you know what I mean? And here's the here's the crown gear for in there. And it also is helical. Okay? Those inside of there, inside that aluminum housing, with these bearings, I have a video on how to do it. But anyways, those, that hooks it up. It's done. I really haven't had a problem with my diffs since then. So, but we were talking about radio systems a few minutes ago. This is just this is an older Futaba radio. You know what I mean? It's good stuff, man. You can adjust it to whichever radio, you know. I have, let's go into settings here. Function menu. Go into model. Now I have, as you can see, I have the 5T on there. Let me scroll down to select, and then you can get through different ones. There's the MTXL, Rampage MT Electric, DBXLE, Dune Runner. You know, you can load them all into one thing, and boom, you just get different receivers for all your RCs. You know, stuff like that, man. This right here, this is a key to cleaning this thing. You know, this long blow gun. Boom, I get down in there. Just hook it up to my compressor. Get a decent compressor, guys. You know, something that does 150 PSI. Hook it up here. Go in, blow this all out. You know, after every single run, blow it out. Okay. Another thing I use this on like the dog bones, man. You know, the WD-40 silicone stuff? Use that on the dog bones. This here, Maxima SC1. This stuff right here is amazing. It's a high gloss coating. It's the stuff I always spray on the pipe I was telling you about. Just go over it real lightly. Boom. The whole RC with it, man. You know, hit the whole RC with it. This stuff is amazing. Watch what it does. You know, and then it gives it that extra little bit of waterproofing. Do your tires, do whatever you want, man. But the pipe is the thing, for sure. That's it. You know, Maxima SC1, this stuff's great. It smells good. Heck, the old lady even said something about it, but it's like, that stuff smells good. But yeah, guys, Rampage MT. You guys got any questions or anything like that, hit me up. I'm always down for some RC stuff like that. If you're local, send me a message, whatever. Find me on Facebook. Alright, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.